Hey everybody, welcome to Killington Mountain, Vermont, and our show we call it Explore Killington. We're your hosts. I'm Slato and this is Nicole. Hello Nicole, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so great to be back here, and I can't wait because today we are going to be checking out the back country. Thanks to Killington Mountain Guide, we'll be seeing some rock climbing, some ski treks, and ice climbing.
Then we're going to take a quick trip to our neighboring hill. It's called Pico, the Friendly Mountain. We're going to check out the action from last week's Mini Shred Madness. All the little Groms tearing it up in the park. It's a really fun piece. You got to stick around for it.
Oh, that will be a fun one to watch. And of course, I think that this week we should probably have the skiing left to the professionals. So I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do a little snowshoeing this week, and we're going to check it out at Bear Tracks Adventures.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, while you're going to be tromping around in the natural snow, I want to take a more in-depth look at some of the man-made snow that we have here in Killington. You know, we've been blessed with a tremendous amount of natural snow. It's one of the best seasons in years, but we're never satisfied here at Killington with what Mother Nature is going to provide us. We want to cover all our bases. We've got so much snow here. We're going to be skiing until June. How do we all lay it down? Stick around, you'll find out.
Wow, and of course no episode would be complete without the one and only events guru of Killington, Jeff Alexander.
In the second half of the show, we're going to go right down the road to some of our favorite nightclubs, restaurants, and night spots and find out what's going on down the hill. Now, which ones are we going to hit this week? You're going to have to stick around to find out, I think.
I can't wait to check that out. And of course, we'll be checking out the weather, the entertainment, and all the hot things happening here at Killington. But first, we're going to have you check out the wonderful Killington Mountain Guide while we head up on that gondola. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
So today was a kind of variety of different events. We did a mountaineering course, ice climbing, snow climbing, skiing, skinning. We started here and we ended up skinning up the mountain here out back. We have 100 acres here of ski trails. And we put our skins on our skis. We climbed up to a rappel. Once we got up to the rappel, we simulated rappelling down a gully. And we had the client do the transition, put his skis on his backpack, rappel down a very low angle grade 1 ice climb, get to the bottom, transition over, and climb with ice axes and crampons back up the snow slope. And once we got back up to the snow slope, we continued on our skins and we climbed up to another elevation. We got up to this 35, 38 degrees slide. So once we did that, we dropped the slide, then we contoured back up. We climbed back up with skins to another area. We skied some tree skiing, which we encountered some really good snow. And then after we wrapped up the ski part of it, through the glade skiing, we ended up going ice climbing. So the whole day was a culmination of, you know, doing all sorts of different transitions, getting the client used to using their skis, combining the skis, the skins, the ice climbing, the mountaineering axe, the whole package. And we started today around 9 o'clock and we finished up at 7:30. Killington has some like smaller ice climbs as we saw today. They're challenging, they're short, and it's a really good base foundation for learning how to climb. And then if you decide you like it and you want to go beyond that, there's other places in the state like Smuggler's Notch. It's a lot more serious, more mountain environment. But we're fortunate to have some really nice ice climbs locally that are out of that really hard, unforgiving mountain environment. I got into ice climbing because I'm a skier, and I started skiing these lines at Tuckerman Ravine, Hillman's Highway, which is another line on Mount Washington, skiing Ammonoosuc Ravine, and a lot of that stuff you want to have crampons and ice axes for. And then I started doing stuff in Colorado, skiing 14,000 foot peaks. You want to have all those skills. You want to know rope work, you want to know crampons, ice axes. If you do have the opportunity to get out and ice climb, it'll make you a more well-rounded mountain user. The best part of mountaineering for me is it brings people closer together. It's the camaraderie and the people that you meet and the areas that you see. And the activity is kind of a vehicle to do that, to really learn who you are and learn who other people are, and to work through different problems and to really explore the mountain or mountains, and just to have good experiences and to have reflection back on it. And that's what mountaineering is to me. There's a lot of different levels to it, but everybody has their different comfort zone. I mean, it could be something simple that we did today that for somebody that was a big challenge for, and they have a lot of takeaway from it. And mountaineering, there's so many different levels of that. You could bring it all the way up to climbing bigger peaks and bigger challenges. Well, today it was 5 degrees when we started out, and a lot of people like to go on the ski hill, hit the lift. We got lots of powder skiing today, and it's been days after a storm. Ian never touched a lift. And the beauty of that is we're in the trees, we're not on an exposed ski slope, we're not on a lift. Today was pretty warm. We kept moving all day, and we're not at the elevation and not at the exposure as ski slope. So there's a lot more to Vermont. There's a lot more to coming up to Killington and central southern Vermont than just hitting a ski area.
Oh, that's a great piece from Killington Mountain Guides. You know, if you're interested, got some more information you want to get, go online, KillingtonMountainGuides.com. Nicole, you know, we've got all sorts of great backcountry terrain up here around Killington, but you got to be very careful. We never want you to duck a rope up here. We never want you to go into the backcountry unprepared. That means going alone. Even with 2 people isn't a safe amount of people. We think 3 would be a safe amount. And you're going to see a lot of tracks here and there in the woods, but if you don't know where you're going, please don't just go off in the woods. It's pretty easy to get lost up here. We don't want that to happen. Remember, this is something for you to think about. The mountains will be just as cold and lonely tonight as they were 200 years ago. So
wow.
Give that a little thought. And I just say, contact Killington Mountain Guides, play it safe.
You know, Slato, this is why you are the pro.
Well, it's the old Boy Scout in me coming out.
I can definitely see it.
Carry on. What's next?
Well, up next, we have some more exciting things. That's right, highlights from this year's mini shred competition right back here from Pico Mountain. Excited to check that out. It's coming up next.
So there is one major rule, and the major rule is you must have fun. So make some noise one more time. Here we go.
Shred.
And don't forget, your Killington ticket is good over there at Pico. So if you haven't gone to Pico yet, why don't you spend a day over there at the Friendly Mountain? You won't regret it. Well, we've got a lot coming up. Soon we're going to catch up with Jeff Alexander. Now he's the events guru, but right now we're enjoying a little warm cocktail right here at the top of the mountain. Take the chill off here on this early March day. It's just so beautiful up here. The views are like nothing else to get in Vermont. We have our friends Pam and Tom behind the bar. I love it up here.
Absolutely breathtaking. Now I think the only thing that could top this day off so far would be you taking a run and me taking a shoe.
That sounds like a plan. Cheers.
Cheers.